Hello, my dear lovely friends. I welcome you all to EduTap. Now, with the COVID-19 pandemic, virtual interviews have become more of a norm. We see that so many organizations are calling up for the virtual interview. Like RBI took the interviews for Grade B post last year in the virtual mode. This year again, NABARD ने already बुला लिया है virtual interview के लिए candidates को. So with this, a concern that comes in the minds of the candidates is how to tackle the virtual interview, because usually you are afraid how will you be able to give your mark in an interview where there is no physical experience. You are not in directly in the room with the people. You are not be able to gauge their expressions. How can you still make a mark? So this video is gonna be short and is dedicated to the remote interview tips. Right, I also want to thank you guys for liking the previous video about how to dress up. Based on the request received in that video, we have started this video. ठीक है, let's get started. अच्छा गाइज, इफ सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है प्लीज कर लो चैनल को. उससे क्या होगा ना, लॉट ऑफ कंटेंट दैट इज अवेलेबल फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट और डेली बेसिस आपको मिलता रहेगा आपको एग्जाम क्लियर करने के लिए. तो जी, लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड नाउ. I am sure that if you haven't appeared in the interview earlier, then definitely you have this thing in mind, especially कि पहला interview virtual होने वाला है. Will I be able to give that mark जो होता है? क्या मैं उनके expressions gauge कर पाऊंगा या कर पाऊंगी? And all other fears that what if I'm not able to impress them just because I did something wrong in the technical setup or something like that. ये सब fears आपके mind में आते होंगे. Let me tell you here guys, you are not the only one. बहुत सारे सर्वेज हुए कोविड-19 में एंड इट वाज रियलाइज्ड दैट जॉब एप्लीकेंट्स आर मोर एंग्शियस इन द वर्चुअल इंटरव्यूज रादर देन फिजिकल इंटरव्यू, बिकॉज समटाइम्स दे फील कॉन्फिडेंट कि फिजिकली जाकर बैठेंगे, वी विल उनको अच्छा सा वी विल गिव देम स्माइल एंड विल टॉक टू देम, प्रोबेबली द इंटरव्यू वार्मथ हो जाएगा. बट इन द वर्चुअल इंटरव्यू इट इज नॉट द केस, मुश्किल हो जाता है. सो व्हाट शैल वी डू, मैं आपको बताऊंगी, डोंट वरी. Now, before we proceed, I want to tell you, ये तो हो गया आपका side about the candidates who are going to appear in the interview. What about the people who are taking your interview? Now, this is a man who is looking for the post, ठीक है? Who is looking for the people to be selected for the post. So, what is their objective, guys? Why are they taking this interview? You have to be very clear, and when I say I feel very proud that I was talking with a candidate who's got selected in NABARD, and the person said that interviewers are there to select you. They are investing their time, they are talking with you in an interview because they are interested in selecting you. You should give them the reason to do so. They're not there to reject you. You don't have to think that they're gonna reject me. You have to think that they're gonna select you. So this objective of the interview remains the same, be it the physical interview or the virtual interview. They also understand that this is the first time virtual interview is taking place. The setup is probably new for them also. आप तो young है फिर भी, they have a lot of experience, but probably technically they feel कि आप ज़्यादा young होंगे, तो rather than them आप worried हो रहे हैं, that you should not do. Right, we will consider it a very friendly conversation interview in which we will give them fodder, we will give them material so that they can ask questions and the conversation goes smoothly and we are able to impress them. Right, so this is the whole scenario. Do not be worried. Now coming to the most important part, how to ace your interview. Very important tips I have for you. I hope they're gonna help you guys. Very first is dress up properly. Now this is, of course, this cannot be missed even if you're going for a virtual interview, because you are going to be visible. Usually the seat where you are sitting is at a distant place from the camera, so you are visible completely. You cannot take any chance, so you have to dress up properly. Watch the video on how to dress up if you haven't done it yet. That was also for the males and female candidates. तो link में डाल देती हूँ ऊपर, card है, please go through it. Then second is reach before time. Yes, this is true for even a physical interview. You must reach. You do not want to be late in your interview. But when it is a virtual interview, guys, you usually have to go to a center. The organizations like RBI, NABARD, SEBI, or even the IBPS, they take the interviews in a virtual format where you have to report to a center. So there, to get the debriefing of the technical things, that how will the interview take place with the people who are telling you there, the technical team, or even the people who have already given the interview, you'll get a fair idea that you don't need to be worried about, everything is okay there. या कुछ glitch है तो भी you will get to know already. तो you, it's a responsibility to reach before time. I'm not saying 2 घंटे पहले जाके बैठ जाओ, at least take a margin of 15, 20, 30 minutes का margin रहना चाहिए. Next, very important, camera is the key. Now see, because you are going to the center to give your interview, the camera is going to be there, right? but it is not your responsibility to set up the camera. Thankfully, we have a team there already in the center who is taking care of everything in the place, like the lighting, the camera, the sound system, everything. But what you have to do from your end, guys, in the physical interview, it's very important that you make your eye contact optimally. ठीक से करो eye contact, है ना? ऊपर नीचे देखते तो नहीं रह सकते हो. Because it's very important that you build the trust, and the trust can be built when you look into the eyes of the people whom you are talking to, like I am doing right now. तो I hope आपका trust build हो गया होगा मुझ पे, because I have been providing you इतनी सारी videos anyhow, guys. Thank you. तो camera is the key का मतलब है that in the virtual interview, camera is the source for your eye contact. You have to look into the camera while you are talking, because it might be a bit uncomfortable for you initially, but if you practice, guys, it will do wonders, because when you are looking right into the camera, the person on the other side is able to feel you. They know that you are not anxious, rather you are trying to make eye contact. Your effort will be appreciated, trust me. ठीक है? Next, Aji, be attentive. Why do I say it? Of course, you'll be attentive in your interview. But when this is in a virtual format, sometimes what happens is you're talking and your voice is not received by the other people. So they will usually say, will you please repeat it? And you can miss out on it. Or I have even seen examples when people say that they could not understand the question of the interviewer, and they felt that this will not look nice, so they did not tell them to repeat. They simply said, sir, sorry, I did not know it. That is not a good thing to do. It is a technical setup. You have to be attentive in what you are saying, so that you are not very low. They should not tell you थोड़ा ऊंचा बोलो, ऐसा नहीं बोले ना वो आपको. You should be in a good voice. And on the other hand, ऐसे attentive रह के सुनना है what they are saying, because you cannot end up asking after every question, sir, please will you repeat? Ma'am, can you please repeat? ऐसा हम नहीं करते रह सकते. We have to be attentive. फिर भी if you are not able to hear, then there is no harm in saying, sir, please repeat the question, I could not get it. That will be completely fine. So these things you have to take care. फिर जी, body language and gestures. As I told you, the interview takes place, the seat in the interview is there where you are visible completely from like your toe to head. So your body language is gonna matter. The gestures that you make, let's say you're nervous, right? And girls or boys have this habit of taking, like they're hiding their nails or doing something with their nails, or flicking their hairs, touching their face again and again. These things should be avoided. You should be in a very confident mood, and that should be reflected in your body language, right? And lastly, to implement all these things, I would request you to practice all these things beforehand. In a virtual mode, it's very easy to connect with your friends over a Zoom meet, over a Google meet. Connect with your friends, even your family members, and do the practice of talking by looking into the camera, using your hands. Sit at a distant place. तो ऐसा नहीं करना कि बिल्कुल आगे बैठ जाना है, थोड़ा सा distant होके बैठना, even in your practice sessions. ठीक है? So that's it, guys. I really hope this is gonna help you. One last thing. So we have provided 3 videos in the interview series जो आपको YouTube पे दिया था, just to see if you guys like it or not. और बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा है video students को. So for the NABARD aspirants, what I would tell, if you haven't watched this video, if your friends are going for NABARD, if you know anyone who is going for NABARD's interview this year, please tell them to watch these videos. इसको ना share कर सकते हो आप links different groups में, so that students जो आपके friends हैं उनके साथ कर लो at least, so that they can see it. Because students, we get mails, ma'am, how to fill the biodata form, what to fill in this column. So we have provided these 3 videos. How to fill the biodata form or DAF for NABARD specifically. ये specifically NABARD के लिए है. Then how to dress up for the interview. The previous video prior to this video. Then special tips for virtual interview, which is this one. तो जो 2 and 3 है ये तो is for universal everyone. But 1, 2 and 3 combined is for NABARD. Very, very important. Apart from that, NABARD candidates are also requested to fill in the Google form for our mock interview. The link of the Google form is in the description of this video. तो उसको भर दो, बहुत ही बड़ा सरप्राइज मिलने वाला है आपको apart from the mock interview. ठीक है जी? Thank you so much for your time. Wish you all the very best. Be happy, be healthy, and drop us a mail at hello@edutap.co.in if you have anything in your mind and you want that to be answered. Comment भी कर सकते हो नीचे अगर अच्छा लगा वीडियो तो. And that's it.